Each time a man stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centers of energy and daring, those ripples build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance.
When Ken Hellman was a boy, he practiced the sax and clarinet with his grandfather, a trumpet player in the world-renowned New York City Fire Department band. He inspired Ken and pushed his creative side. Today, Ken writes his own lyrics and poetry. He riffs rock, jazz, and blues chords on his guitar. Ken understands what jazz legend Charlie Parker was saying when he described music as your own experience, your thoughts, your wisdom. If you don't live it, it won't come out your horn, said Parker. It's that intuitive, improvisational approach that Ken applies to such great effect in his position as residential supervisor with Neurorestorative in Charlestown, Rhode Island. His colleagues have given him a second title, too, Mr. Fix-It. Ken is a handy guy, and he generously uses his talents to make sure Neurorestorative's houses and grounds are immaculate. Several of his clients are also good with tools. Rather than wait for them to approach him, Ken asks, "Could you lend me a hand?" He senses their need to feel valued. He understands their desire to use their skills again. For one man, diagnosed with terminal cancer, trips to Home Depot were a welcome escape from life's challenges. Ken doesn't mind if a quick errand became a longer outing. On the contrary, he relished the chance to give this person a few moments of joy among the aisles of tools and supplies. Ken doesn't find it a burden, even when it takes him away from all the things waiting on his desk, explained his nominator and program director, Rosemary Coffey. He enjoys every conversation, laugh, and experience. Ken also enjoys the challenge of finding resources for his clients, especially when he's told he has a better chance of winning the lottery. Locating counseling services is a great example. The local community health center threw up their hands because they were understaffed and inexperienced with traumatic brain injury. Counselors in private practice offered similar excuses. Ken refused to give up. He finally found a psychiatrist willing to hear about Neurorestorative's clients. Ken convinced him to start seeing one person. That number grew to 3, and now this doctor visits regularly to speak with anyone who needs help. You just have to turn over every stone, explained Ken. Society as a whole doesn't understand. It is our job to educate others and to help clients become accepted in the community. Ken's dedication comes from a deep personal place. He lives with cerebral palsy. And while the disease doesn't stop him from playing pickup games of street hockey, he is motivated by the empathy of shared experience and the realization that everyone is unique. This is a different ballgame, he said. I can't put myself in their shoes, but I can advocate for them as much as possible. It is a mindset that keeps him working nearly around the clock. Every single week after he leaves Neurorestorative, Ken heads to a second job, taking care of a man he has worked with for 17 years of his client's 42 years. This person has developmental disabilities, profound seizures, yet he has lived far longer than anyone expected, inspired by Ken, no doubt. Devotion and skill. Ever humble, Ken offered a simpler characterization. We are lifelong friends. Ken, for using your intuition, your patience, your creativity to ensure the dignity of others, for your relentless pursuit of solutions and your unwillingness to give up hope of finding them, and for living your experience so well that your clients hear beautiful music in their own lives. I am proud to present you with the Ripple of Hope Award.